So what you see there is my railing project, where all the twigs and branches are on there now. The only thing I have left to do, besides finish everything, you know, clean it up and paint it and all that, are make the leaves and the cherry blossoms. The first tree is a cherry tree. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do that. I probably need to make at least 200 blossoms. So I don't think I can cut them out with a plasma cutter and be happy with them. The leaves I'll probably cut out with a plasma cutter out of sheet stock. But I think I'm going to try to make a punch to stamp. Maybe it's a stamp. I don't know what the right term is. I'm tired today. I'm sorry. But I'm going to try to make a stamp to try to stamp out those leaves, and maybe I can do that quickly. It's a lot more complicated than you think about it, because the stamp has to be aligned with the, I don't know what you call the receiving part, but the bottom part of it. Yeah, and I've never done anything like that, and I'm not a machinist in any way. So anyway, cherry blossom, I just looked it up, has five petals. So I'm going to take some 01, half-inch 01 tool steel, and I'm going to weld 5 of those together. We're going to start with that to at least have some type of outline, and then we'll see where we go from there. So this is Need a Tool, Make a Tool on a tired day for Chandler. Alright, I cut off 5 pieces, I don't know, about 2.5 inches long. I went and rounded the ends on them, and I have a method to my madness, and we'll see if that pans out or not. But the idea is to put them into a pattern like that to create a 5-petal punch and be able to punch that through something. So, or a stamp, I guess you'd call it. I don't know for sure, maybe a stamp, but something like that. So now I'm going to try to weld these up so that they have some type of symmetry in their pattern, and we'll go from there. Sometimes I scare myself. So I cut a piece of 3-inch or 3/8 inch mild, stuck that in the middle, and then just taped these things up. Hopefully I can get a tack on all these before my tape melts away, but I want these parts to be flush, so I made sure that those are all down where I needed them to be before I taped it. And there's hopefully the pattern that I'm looking for. I'll go ahead and make sure that everything is straight as I can make it, and we'll throw some tacks on there. You never know. It goes to nothing. Nothing. Oh, stop. Kinda gotta hurry. Oh, stop. What happened? Lost my ground. Don't keep paying attention. All of them. Alright, so we got the tack just in time. The tape just started to break free. Boy, ma. Yeah, that tape is soft now. Oh, my center came right out, which I didn't know for sure if it would. Tape's melting. Alright, so I'll go ahead and weld up the rest of this. Hopefully things will stay where they belong. I'll probably run a tack around all the ends, and then I'll just do a good weld. I'll be back. So that's that part of it anyway. Now, my plan is to cut this in half and have one be the die or the stamp, and then use this one that I rounded as another tool that I can use to get the petals rounded and stuff like that. But at this point, hopefully I welded it together. Hope I got enough penetration where the thing's not going to fall apart after I start hammering on it. But once I figure out my next move, I'll probably be able to reinforce that weld a little bit. So the next thing I need to do is to create, let's call this the die end. It isn't flattened off yet, but actually it'd be nice to concave that. I don't know if I can do that or not. Probably not. I gotta figure out, I gotta make, you know, something to punch that into. So I got a drift or something. I don't know what the answer is, and it should be some relatively high carbon steel. So I got to figure out what the stamp and die. I guess it's the die side. That I don't know how to make that yet, but hopefully we can use this tool to do that. For the die side, I'm going to use I think a piece of lawnmower blade. I think it might be all right, and it's about the right thickness that I'm trying to mess with. So I just cut the blade end off. It should be wide enough. I'll go ahead and normalize this, or anneal it rather, and then I'm going to anneal it quickly. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to anneal it, and as soon as I can touch it, I'm going to start working it. And then what I think I'm going to try to do, if I can, this thing's hot from being cut, is I think I'm going to try to, this is Chandler doing, I don't even know if things going to work right, but I'm going to trace the outline of this on here, and then I'll use a drill and drill 5 holes in it, and then use this to try to punch those out and hopefully make something close enough to a punch where we can get something to work. A little worried about it, but we'll see what happens. I just brought this up to temperature. I gotta flatten it out, right? It's got that little twist in it because it was the end of the lawnmower blade. So just flatten it out. It's gotta actually be pretty flat. I'm trying to put camera marks into it, but we want it to be down flat. And then I'll bring it up to temperature one more time. We'll let her cool on our own before annealing. Alright, what I decided to do is go with plan B here and just I'm going to wrap some 3/8 around this tool. I suppose if I just grab the hold of this son of it, then it'd be a lot quicker. Huh? So I'm going to wrap that around in the middle, weld that on. Hopefully that'll hold everything together for me. And I'm going to see if I can make this tool a two-sided tool. If I use a dead blow on this end, I think I'll be okay. So let me go ahead and weld that up, and we will be back. As proof of concept plus, I think I'm going to need it for alignment. I took my plan that I have for the lawnmower blade. I did this on, I don't know what is it, 3/16 or something, mild steel. See if we can punch that out, get it sized up. That'll give me at least an idea that I should be able to do that with the lawnmower stock. And then we'll get that one ready because it's almost pulled down. Alright, I'm not sure what the best way to do this is because I don't want to deform that piece too much. So I've set my vise up so that it's the same width as the punch. I'm going to set this over here, and hopefully I can punch that through without deforming the steel too darn much. Line up my holes. Punch that through. Yeah, I don't know if I did well or not, actually. It don't look like I did well. Sons of bitches. I don't know what I did. God, it would be nice to have a half brain sometimes. So I need to get everything folded back down. Yeah, this shit goes to hell, huh, Chandler? Without deforming too much. I don't mind if I'm small, I don't want to be big at this point. So let's just heat her up and try to run it through again. Oh, to be intelligent, I tell you, it would be a nice little thing. Alright, we're going to try running it through again. I'll go this way. I don't know whether to run it through with the rounded end or the flat end. Rounded, let's just drift it out. Up again. Hopefully that did it. Enough. I got just a little doohickey majiggers hanging off of here. Just a little doohickey majigger hanging off of here. And hopefully we can get what we want out of from there. Hopefully. God, I don't know if this is going to work. Oh, let's fuck around for a while. Jesus Christ, that's freaking mighty. Oh, this might turn out to be one of Chandler's freaking should have went home hours ago days. But let's see. The 1/4 inch stuff, you know, the lawnmower stuff, hopefully will give me a little more tolerance. Like punch, it seems to be a little cleaner. Everything's gone. Hopefully, if I delicately put things back to where they belong. We'll be okay. It's gonna be hokey. But maybe it's going to be good enough. Maybe we just need to drift it out one more time without having to actually punch something and see if I can get that in there. I wish I just had something a little tighter to hold those pieces. I'll be back when I figure it out. Several attempts. I got the thing so that it kind of works. It's just not, it's not perfect. I don't know, and I'm starting to get a pretty bad feeling about this. I mean, if you're in a machine shop, you'd probably be able to do something a little bit more. If you were intelligent, maybe you'd be able to do something more than I am. I'm going to go ahead and try the lawnmower blade, the actual die itself. We'll see what we come up with. I'm not ready to call it yet, but I'm not feeling too good right now. It's Chandler Day, so obviously I had a hole that was in the right spot. It walked itself over. I tried from both sides. I'm screwed. I'm going to heat this up. We're just going to take a chisel and nip off those corners. It's probably a good idea to do that anyway. Oh my gosh. Let's see what we end up with. I think we're going to figure it out. I'm a little bit embarrassed at how much trouble it seems to be causing me to figure it out. So I put a piece of sacrificial steel down on the anvil. Alright, so there's the inside piece. I don't know. How do I get myself into these things? So that's way off there. Well, let's drift her through and see what the hell happens. God, I wish I had. I might build myself a little square so I got room to drift. I'll be back. Alright, I got a piece of 2x2 tubing that I've been using for the bench on this damn project. Sorry that I'm frustrated, I'm just kind of getting sick of this project. I think that's just the moral of the story. So let's see if we can get this through here without too much trouble. Come on, let's go bite once. See, we're just going right into that tube. Okay, it's gonna work. I know it is. Forever the optimist. Just gonna take a few tries, that's all. Try a different approach, Chandler. I'm not sure what my orientation is. This way, so gosh, I want to flip it over, but I can't. Yeah, I can't. Alright, let's try it again. It will happen. Poison gases from pressure treated lumber, but at least it's tougher. We're getting there. It'll happen. I'll be back when I'm done. A little bit of manual tweaking. I think we're going to be close. I'm going to go too far. Just to clean up the holes a little bit. We're getting close. I have gone through about 3 or 4 attempts to swage it on the anvil, or drift it on the anvil, and getting really close. It's just a function of, you know, now that I'm deformed, straighten it back up, redrift it. I wish I had good Dremel tools, because I think cleaning this up, a decent Dremel grinder, a die grinder on the inside would be a good thing to have. But yeah, we're almost there. Almost there. Alrighty, now we got the guide plate, which fits well relatively loosely on the rounded end. I'm not sure about this end. I might just, we'll see. I mean, I might have some tweaking to do. I have to go to my favorite store tomorrow, I hope anyway. So I might run over there and get some grinding tools for the die grinder. And then I have this bottom plate, or the die itself, which fits pretty darn snug. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and figure out a way, maybe an 1/8 inch gap in between these, so that I can use, you know, I'm never going to punch 8 inch stuff, but I'm actually only going to do 20 gauge, and then get some contraption welded up so that this will stay lined up, and I can slide a piece in, slide a piece in, slide a piece in, and be on my way. That's the plan, staying. Freaking thing is pretty damn hokey for a proof of concept, but we're going to give it a go. I actually have 1/4 inch spacers in there, and I think that leaves me just enough room. The trick is I want to, you know, this thing needs to be free to come in and out, and at any angle, I mean just any angle, and it's not free anymore. So let me go ahead, I'm going to weld this piece to the top, tack it anyway. I don't want to take any distance away, and then we'll get her kind of moving free, and then hopefully we can weld it all up. Damn. Here goes nothing. Well, it's not horrible. Alright, now will she stay there when we weld the rest of it? That's the question. Probably not. Good weld, but it's there. Oh, you think it's gonna work? No freaking way. Alright, so you see, alright, I'm out on the bottom there. Hopefully I'm out enough. Hopefully I didn't go too, we'll see. And, well, if not, I can get these tops so that they fit through there and we'll be alright. So, let me go grab some 20 gauge and see what this thing does. Well, hopefully amount of work just to try to figure something out. Nothing. Now, I'd really like to do this cold, but if I have to do this hot, I have no problem with that. But let's just see what happens. Let's just see. I welded this thing to a just a piece of tubing to get it off the anvil a little bit. I don't know if you can see, but it didn't punch. Oh, I can't. Where the heck? What angle am I? Holy crap! All right, it made a nice little thing, but now I can't get it out. So that's interesting. So let's try hot. Driving it through to see what happened, and I mean this is what we got out. I mean the proof of concept is there. I think close dang to it. It's ugly as hell, but now even with that 1/4 inch, my tolerances are obviously just too big. So hopefully with heat, with a hot one, it's not going to be as bad. About it doesn't take long to get that 20 gauge up. It doesn't take long to cool it down either. So let's see what we can do here. Please work. I mean, I got a lot of time into this. I really do. I know it's a half-ass thing, but I only need a couple hundred of these things, you know. Here we go. Same thing. Same thing. A lot better though. It came out easier. The piece is in there and it's almost severed through. I'll tell you what part of the problem is that well, especially with the hot one anyway, I'm so close to this top edge. There's not enough meat for the piece to stay there, or yeah, for that part of the thing to stay there. So, So there's the one I just did hot, and I'll tell you, it's dang close, you know. Gosh. And then there's the one that I did cold. I just don't know, you know, this rounding that I have was there not for punching. I was going to punch with this end. Maybe that's what I need to do, is square that back off, get it so it fits in there, and I have a little tighter edge. So let me come back. We're gonna find out is this is too close and I need more meat on the other side. But let's try this cold with the other. Why won't that even fit? What the heck, man, that's crazy. I bent it down, that's why. And let's just try the other end here. I found a spot which seems to work well. Is it there or was it there? No, it's here. Now let's just see what happens. Here we go. Just punch through. Ho 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 ho! No shit. All right, but now we're all stuck and combobulated. Let me try it one more time. It's too crazy to free. So if you notice, there's a bit of a, I don't know what you call it, but a tear off there. If I were to cut my strips, I think I need to make this top plate, the whole plate, bigger so that I have more meat to work. But we're gonna do one more time. If it works, I'm gonna call it level 1 success, and I'm sure I'll be able to make this work for me one way or another. So we're here, we go in backside over here like that, and we go. Oh, she's almost there. She's almost there. I think we got something. Can I do hundreds of them? I don't know. Should I just call a laser printer or a laser? I wonder why that doesn't want to come out. The other one came right out, which was awesome. Don't know what the problem is, but it obviously didn't go down. Gosh, it's almost there. It's almost there. My screwdriver out. Just a little tweaking, I think. Bet you hot this would work. Alright, hang on, I'll be back. It's looking good. I'm gonna try one hot. I'll tell you, I think I kind of figured out at least one thing that I did pretty wrong here. And that is, hang on, let's see how this goes on. You can do it. In and heard it. And she is. She dropped out. Alright. Perfect. I mean, this is my mistake. Look what I did. I put this handle here. If I put the son of a gun up here farther, I think this will be working just fine. It's horrible that I made such a silly mistake, but I might. We're going to give this a little go. And I have some adjustments I know I want to do to it. But I think we're going to be able to do this and get it into some production kind of thing with the pieces that I've made. Let's try one more and see if we get lucky. Stay back. There it is. Sweet. I like it. So if I got to warm them up a little bit, I can deal with that. Let me see what we end up with. It's probably cooled down now. Once I get them flattened out, which I don't know if I would want to, because I like that shape that I had there. Get them textured out. I think we're going to be in good shape. I really do. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them yet, but I think I can make this work. Not sure. Just get to make a mold to curve them up. I think it'll work. I think we'll end up with some decent blossoms out of it anyway. We'll see, but that's as far as I'll take you. It's an idea. If you have, if you've done this, if you've done something like this before, tell me what I did wrong. If it's even possible to do it without having, you know, like a machine shop type tolerance. I think if I had longer pegs here, which I might be able to salvage. I don't know. I welded it up pretty good. I think I might be able to pull that off. But at this point, we got something started anyway. Very, very cool. Oh, this damn pig. Oh, it's not the pig. This damn tree. All right, we'll see. I'll tell you what. Whatever I work out, you'll see when I do the final tree video. Make it. You need a tool. Make a tool. Blossom punch? No. Iffy blossom punch. Prototype A 1.0001. Bye. If you found this video helpful, educational, maybe even if you just found it entertaining, and you want to support me, you can jump back to my channel. There's a button on the right hand side of the screen called support, and it's kind of like a tip jar. You can go ahead and leave channel a tip for this video, and that'll help me make some more, I guarantee. Thanks for your support, as always.